welcome to my channel. My name is Sheena, and we are doing a reading here for you as to what should you expect within the next 3 weeks. I figure it was a fun little reading, so we'll give it a try. Let's see where this takes us. And yeah, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and we'll get started. So we have 3 piles, pile 1, 2, and 3. The amethyst crystal over here, we have the clear quartz, and we have the green calcite. All right, so feel into those piles, and I will see you at the other end. All right. Hi there, pile 1. If you picked the amethyst crystal, this reading is for you. And right off the bat, I was you're gaining insight during this period, these next 3 weeks. There's going to be some moments of enlightenment, understanding, epiphanies, eureka moments that are going to pop up for you. And it's going to provide you the clarity that you need to possibly make some changes that you've needed to make. And that could be internal changes by just changing your mindset, but it could also be about clearing your space is what I'm getting. It's going to kind of like clear the space, clear the air. And that clearing of the air could be also with you and somebody else, but it could also be clearing the mental chatter or just clearing your physical space, the clutter. Okay, so let's take it further. So what to expect within the next 3 weeks? The major theme here is taking shelter. The answers are within. Spirit is really leading you somewhere so you can gain the insight that's important for you in your next step. It's like certain things have been clouding you from really being able to understand how certain things have transpired in your life or how to move forward into, this new reality. You may have felt as though the door is closed. You feel like you're up against the wall or there's no way out or whatnot. And Spirit is saying this is your time to kind of go within, really. It's not really a time for action with you. I'm thinking like right now it's the Mercury retrograde, so for most of us it's not really time for action. However, this is a timeless reading. So if this resonates, great, take it. If it doesn't, chuck it out the window. But what I'm really getting here is it's not really a time for physical action for you because there is clarity, there's understanding that's coming through for you. That's going to give you the ability to make better choices in moving forward. So that's why that door is closed for you. That opportunity that you've been wanting is not present for you yet. It's because there's still some pieces of the puzzle that have fully been brought to your attention. And it will. It's all in divine timing. It's all in divine order. It's like you're taking those steps necessary to get to that point of clarity. So it's all good, pile 1. Now, next card. We have, oh, look at that. Safe home. I cast the circle round about. Safety now is beyond doubt. That's the card. And I feel like home for you is a big theme these next 3 weeks. And that could be that going inwards within yourself, understanding that aspect. It's something about root chakra and connecting it with the heart chakra. And really, for some of you, is just really getting in touch with yourself and realizing that you are your own security, that you can do anything that you set your mind to, and you have. You've come this far with all the twists and turns of your journey, and you can thrive through the next bout of twists and turns. So for some of you, it's that going within to really get a better sense of the strength that you have. And for some of you, it's actually just kind of going within, like just being at home to really give yourself that self-love and care, that TLC. Regardless, it has that same impact. But For some of you, it's just that time for resting. It's a time of recuperating. And for some of you, you may feel drawn to going out in nature. Some of you may be in the midst of winter, so it might be a little difficult to do that. But if it's difficult to do that, spend time by the window just gazing outside into the horizons. And that in itself will affect your vibration. It will still give you that peace, that ease, that Mother Nature, that hug. You know what I mean? What else? But yeah, so nature is what I'm getting to. So if you don't have to, if you're not concerned about the weather outside, if you're in like beautiful weather, lucky you, by the way, try to consider going outside in nature and just spending time with Gaia. Because I feel like there's a lot of healing energy that's coming in through her, and you may get those messages, that clarity that you've been seeking through that. Now with the 3 and 9, which adds up to be a 12, what I'm really getting here is take your time with this. Take your time these next 3 weeks, because you are assimilating a lot of changes. It feels like there's a lot of frequencies that are coming in that are like merging together within your body, within your energetic field, moving through your mental energy and your emotional realm as well. So there's a lot of like integration and release work that's happening from an energetic level, but also on a mental level where you're just changing belief systems. There's something about belief systems that is going to be clear to you, and it's going to help you to create a more stable, firmer reality. So this is a real important time for you because it's really just setting that foundation for what you want to build in the future. Next card. Oh, look at that. Similar energy, like Stag, trust and thrive. Truly, it's about you being solid within your own skin, being really just strong in the earth. How do I say this differently? Again, it just kind of comes back to realizing that you are everything that you need. That money is not a result of the work that you do, it's the result of your beingness. And if you exude the strength of, for example, prosperity as like confidence, grace, it will come. And it's all, money, for example, is just a form of expression. I don't know, that was the first example that came to mind. And that means work as well. That means your environment. It's not that the environment owns you, it's that you own the environment. I'm taking, for example, I lived in like this little condo for a while. And I remember feeling so awkward because I've never lived in a condo before. I sense energies. It was very stressful for me. And, you know, I had neighbors next door or in the next building over. And I was so self-conscious because I could see them over there. Not that they were staring, but, you know, part of me wondered, I'm like, oh my God, are they like staring over here? Do I need to watch what I'm doing and so forth? But there comes a point in life, I know for me anyway, where it's like, I gotta live. I need to enjoy my place. Enough is enough. And I just started to relax and said, F it, I'm just gonna be me. And let it be what it is. You know, if they see me dancing around silly, so be it. I don't care. And I realized as soon as I changed my state of being, my interpretation of the situation, it just completely changed the environment of that place. And it's interesting because soon after I moved, because it was like I got the lesson and it was time for me to move on to my next lesson. So it's just something to consider while you may be having a similar experience. But know this time for you, Pile 1, is the next 3 weeks. It's just really about trusting yourself and really being grounded in yourself, in your environment, and cultivating a safe space. And that's not that could be literal within your own home, but also energetically within your own being. Okay? So let's take it a little further. Let's get into some details. I'm going to use the Starseed, Starseed? No, Light Seers Tarot cards. And let's go into career first of all for pile 1. What should they expect in their career within the next 3 weeks, please, Spirit? Yeah. Sorry, my eyes went straight here. I know there was a pile that came out, but it just went bam to that card. So let's continue. 2 more cards, please, Spirit, for career. What should they expect? Yeah, check that out. It's the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're gaining some serious wisdom. Like, bottom of the deck is Ace of Swords. Okay? Gaining insight, gaining clarity, gaining understanding. And I feel like you've been running a pattern for a while. Pile 1. And this could be the jobs that you've been doing. This could be certain patterns within your family line that you've been having to undertake over and over again. And I'm seeing this kind of like a movie. It's like right now at this point, it's important for you to be in the observer state, because you're going to see key elements about what's been impacting your ability to succeed in the realm that you've been trying to create. Like if you look here, yeah, and you don't even have to do anything. Like underneath that is the 4 of Swords. You know, rest and recover in your nest. Just allow yourself to be in that nest and allow Spirit to just kind of take you on this journey. Like, look at that. It's like even the 6 of Swords, we have the ravens or the crows, and it's pulling the strings and pulling her forward. Allow Spirit to show you these next 3 weeks, you're going to be asked to be in an observer state. So watch it like a movie, because there's key elements that are coming through. So under career, we have 6 of Wands. We have the Magician. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. So during this time, these next 3 weeks, it's like Spirit is asking you, like this time is for you to rest and recover. And as you do, you're really cultivating a stronger inner world. And what's in turn, it's going to reflect externally into the external world. Because as you know, as within, so without, right? And as you gain that clarity within yourself, you're able to navigate the world better. And you're able to create those things that you really, really want with greater clarity. You know what I mean? Because you realize how much of those intentions have just been based on old systems, and how much is based on the heart. And you know that when something is based from the heart, it is manifested on a faster, on a more impactful and more successful way than anything else. You don't have to work so hard, because the vibration, the energy coming from the heart, it's like this beautiful, magical blossoming that happens. And so what you're doing by this rest, that is the work. By you taking time for you, it is the work. You've already succeeded, pile 1. Vibrationally, you've already succeeded. And so you're just, as I said, cultivating, mixing the pot, stirring up your stew so you can create it the way that you want to. So long story short for you, pile 1, this time for you, career-wise, is really just allowing the information to come through, because it's going to change the way that you're weaving your web. It's going to give you greater clarity as to how you want to go about this next phase of your life, how you want to create certain things, and what's going to bring you the greatest joy. And if you've been striving for something, if there's a project, if there's a job that you've been trying to just kind of upgrade on, it's coming. It's coming. You may find it within this next 3 weeks. If you don't, know this, it's coming. Just keep weaving your web and doing that inner work. Well, you don't even have to do it. It's going to be done for you. Yeah. It's that masculine. You don't need to do anything. Meaning that it's not so much of that doer. Just follow your heart during this period. So that's career. Let's go into, we're going to go into relationships. And right then, the King of Cups comes out. And we're going to keep that. The Queen of Pentacles, one more card, Spirit, for pile 1. Okay, that just kind of, and we're going to keep that one. All right, so pile 1, what I'm getting right off the cuff, you're going to be, it feels like you're going to be getting a lot of information, and it's coming more so from Spirit. So it's kind of like, be aware, listen, again, the receptive mode, because, yeah, because right now, this isn't a phase of action for you. This is a time for reflection, rejuvenation, being in the energies, allowing yourself to just float in the energies. Because you see that ship is coming in, and you don't have to do a thing. So relationships-wise, it's not so much, you may have some moments of interacting with people, even clashing with some people, I'm getting, but it's really the importance, I don't know how to, if within the next few weeks there's some clashing with friends or clashing with family members, know that the point of that is to, like, look at this. This is the Queen of Pentacles. She's in reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles, she is solid in her skin. She's the queen. She knows she is. She's comfortable in her life and so forth. And sometimes we need those moments of clashing, whether they're internal, in our own minds, creating stress, creating discomfort, or external through other things. Sometimes we need a bit of stress in order to just really build that strength. You know, like a diamond. What is it? When a stone is under heat, it turns into a diamond. Similar sort of concept. And so know that if there are moments of stress with family members or friends, know that it's just to help to keep you solid. It's helping to strengthen that part of you so you can be more comfortable within yourself. Overall though, pile 1, I'm really seeing here when it comes to relationships, it's really about the relationship with yourself that's being expressed during this point. These 3 weeks is really about building that internal strength. And also knowing what is an illusion or what is not. Meaning, what is just silly and just a fragment of your imagination, and what is real truth in the matter. So really just kind of waking up to another way of seeing the reality in front of you. It's a real powerful place to be when you can do that, when you can take that step away and look at an environment or look at a relationship and say, and be really solid in yourself and be able to say, okay, I got this and I can do this next. You know what I mean? So, really great. Now, lastly, I'm going to pull some Animal Spirit Oracle cards for some advice. So for pile 1, please, advice from Spirit for the next 3 weeks. Advice from Spirit. Thank you. Oh, I love it. Be fearless and bold. And then bottom of the deck, sweet results await. What I'm really getting with this, Badger Spirit, do what you need to do to make you happy. Do what you need to do. Sometimes we need to break through the boundaries to really feel safe. I know that it doesn't really, it's counterintuitive, you know. We put ourselves in this box to create safety, but sometimes we need to step out of that box to really see what makes us happy and what real safety is. You know what I mean? So I feel like this time for you, Pile 1, is really your time to experiment and play with that. So it's like, let spirit take you. Because I have a feeling part of this, they may be taking you to places that are a bit uncomfortable for you. But have fun and be silly with it. Because it's there for you, not happening to you. All right, Pile 1, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Press like if you did, subscribe if you haven't, and see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hi there. If you picked the white quartz or the crystal quartz, Pile 2, this reading is for you. So I'm just feeling like this lightness, Pile 2, just this expansive light energy when it comes to you and the next 3 weeks. But let's see what the oracles have to say. So for major theme, choosing your path, all is possible. And that would be the expansion, the expansive energy. And just right then, actually, it's funny because I just got a text message from a friend that said freedom, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. So I feel like that's part of your message too. Freedom. The opportunity to choose, the opportunity to express and expand, you know, for multiple possibilities. It's quite a lovely place to be. So for you, Pile 2, I feel like you will start to see, or if you have not already, you'll start to see possibilities, different routes that you can take, different possibilities of, you know, for example, different projects that you can do, different work outlets. This could be different creative projects or, you know, vacations or so forth. But realizing that there is, for some of you, it's a need for expansion. And others of you, it's how are we going to expand? It's time to expand. And you're gaining this clarity at this point. Next card. Oh, I love it. Courage, by shining bright and true. Oh, let me say that again. Courage, by shining brave and true and bright. My courage now returns this night. Expanding beyond the box, Pile 2. That really connects even down to the color. It's really just opening up to the possibilities around you. I feel like with you, Pile 2, you've been in the clouds for a little bit. And that could be, and that's obviously a metaphor for either, you know, either being in your mind, you've been maybe going through like a dark night of the soul sort of energy. It could be that, you know, it's been really intense and, you know, the matter in the mind has been really, really strong for you. But it's as though, you know, the clouds are clearing. It's as though you're gaining that clarity now and you're able to move forward on your path. This energy that I'm feeling, it's like this initial momentum of moving forward, which is great because it could be that you've been stagnant for a little bit before this happens. So these next 3 weeks, I'm feeling like this light, gradual movement forward. The key word here, though, Pile 2, is light. Just light and easy. But I feel like my courage now returns this night. I feel like that's kind of a request from Spirit, where it's courage is important during this time. And you have it. It's just sometimes, you know, in the past, you would question yourself or wonder. or the natter would just give you self-doubt. But remember, you're moving away from that past. You see all the clouds and how she's moving beyond it? Don't look back. Don't look at the past, because you're not that person anymore. And these next 3 weeks are taking you into your brand new beginning, this whole different way. And that's where all is possible is coming from. Think of this, not really think of this, I think it'll, if you're open to it, it will show you, the next couple weeks, it'll show you that this is a blank slate. So it's almost as though certain situations that may have played itself over and over again, you're going to get a different result this time. It's because you've changed, you've gone through some serious transformations, and which in turn has changed your frequency, and you're able now to connect with that higher reality. Allow yourself to float during this time. Allow the energies to take you, because you are really expanding. It's like, I feel this really clear energy. It's like, what is it? It's the light at the end of the tunnel sort of feeling. Now, last card. See, same thing. The Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action, which is basically what I said. I'm really getting, it's like you can let go of those defenses. Let me probably center this. That would probably be a good idea. There we go. It's like you've been on guard in the past, and Spirit is saying, no, you don't need to anymore. Now it's not about being fierce and being on guard. Now it's about grace and softness, because there's so much more power in grace and softness. More intention, more focus, more power. And that's where you're at. And if you don't feel like that, Pile 2, you're going to be feeling like that within the next 3 weeks. But the key is to slow down. Because as you slow down during this period and allow yourself to float through the next couple of weeks, you're going to really get a sense of the things that are still bound to you. Bound to you, is that the right way to say it, Spirit? Like, the things that you are bound to. And being slow, you're able to intentionally make that shift. And as you make that, and you make that shift by choosing a different way of being. It's really interesting. Like, this is a time for freedom for you, Pile 2. A time for you to open up to just different possibilities and be courageous and explore in the way that you want to explore. It's like you're learning how to walk again by just like relaxing, if that makes sense. All right, let's take it a little deeper. Let's go a little into some Light Seed Tarot. Light Seed, I keep saying this. Light Seers Tarot. And let's go into career. Let's get more specific for Pile 2, please, Spirit. Pile 2, career within the next 3 weeks, please, Spirit. Okay. Career. And I'm going to grab that card. I don't even know where that card went. Just give me a second. Okay, sorry about that, Pile 2. It was right by my feet, and it was the Sun card. So we have the Six of Cups. Really nice cards, by the way. Six of Cups. And I'm hearing Memories of Love. The Hierophant. And the Sun. Okay? So what I'm really getting here for career-wise is that you may have been doing things, like I'd said, like I feel like this is confirmation, like you may have been doing things over and over again in a specific manner. And it's a way that brought you comfort. It's a way that you've always known. And it's as though this time you're being awakened to a different way. New possibilities, of course, just different ways of moving through your path. And so it's like you're upgrading to more different possibilities that will better serve you. And it's like this time for you is going to open up the mind. Know this, you do not have to choose right away what it is you want to do, how you want to do it. Allow yourself to float through the possibilities. All right? So here with the Sun card, I feel like it landing right by my foot was really key in a sense of staying grounded. Because you may find, like, and then here with the clouds, as well as the way that she's kind of positioned there, what I'm really getting here is that you may find that your head may go up into the clouds. If you are a dreamer, that message is for you. And so what I'm really getting here is like, just be grounded as you're moving through these different possibilities. And also tapping into, well, how does my body feel with this? How does my mind feel with this possibility? How do my emotions feel with this possibility? Do I feel rejuvenated? Do I feel filled up, excited, passionate? Or do I feel like logically this would be the best step for you? You know what I mean? So by doing that, you're building a better foundation. Stepping out of that box, that old way of being, and intentionally creating something that better serves you. Kind of like going from squares to circles. Squares are really just shaped in a rigid way. A circle, a sphere, is like, I don't know, to me it's like multi-dimensional. I don't know. But for career-wise, it's just you, I feel like you're just shifting the way that you, and it could be that you're not changing jobs. You're in the same job within the next 3 weeks, but the way that you do it will shift. It's as though there may be like this creative flair that you may be expressing to make your job more fun, more enjoyable. It could just be that pep in your step, you know, that light gentleness that you're then expressing within the job that you're doing. And that in itself is just going to shift you to the next level in your career. But really within this next 3 weeks, it's you just making the shifts necessary to really just open yourself up to greater possibilities. Because it's like right now, this is a creative process with you and Spirit, Pal, too. It's like, I know I say this a lot, but I feel like, you know, we have this connection to Spirit. Everybody does. And if we allow it, if we surrender our minds, Spirit is showing us everything. We don't need to struggle. Well, I don't feel like we need to struggle because we're always protected. And I feel like for you, Spirit is telling you, Spirit is just giving you a story. Spirit is helping you to expand. For some of you, within the next 3 weeks, you're going to really feel this enhanced sense of creativity. There's something about her necklace. It's almost like her heart, like your heart is going to start to feel really passionate about something. You're going to be, it could be something like a creative project, it could be a relationship, it could be something, but the passion is going to start to be ignited again. And this could be your actual career or whatnot, whatever it is. There's passion that's igniting. It's really nice and really exciting for you, and also for me, of course, because I'm reading for you, but it's really exciting. So that's why they're saying open up to the possibilities. Everything's possible for you. So get excited and enjoy the ride, because that excitement gets you out of the mind. Now, let's go into relationships, because that is a key component in our lives. So for pile 2, please, Spirit. what would you like to tell them within the next 3 weeks? What should they expect with relationships? Okay, we have the Magician card. I feel like my hair is always shedding on camera. So for pile 2, please, Spirit, what should they expect with relationships? Okay, good. One final card, please, Spirit. For pile 2, what should they expect in relationships within the next 3 weeks? There's a letting go, pile 2. Yeah, okay. So we have bottom of the deck, 5 of Wands. We have, as I said, the Magician card. This is a really, now that I look at your cards, I'm like, oh my god, you got a lot of major arcana. You got 2 here, you got 2 here. This is a critical time for you. We have the Strength card, and that was on top of the Queen of Swords in reverse. So what I'm getting is for relationships during this time, it's a letting go. It's a letting go of the mind, a letting go of the ego. It's a letting go of the old ways of being. It's opening you up to the possibilities of cultivating better relationships with people. This is similar to pile 1, by the way, if you felt called to pile 1. And it's like, with relationships, it's letting go of like the old past, the old stories, the old ways, the old interpretations. And really, because what you're doing is when you're getting soft, you're getting out of the mind. And when you're out of the mind, you're more able to connect with spirit. And I feel like that's the most prominent relationship that will be impacting you within the next 3 weeks, pile 2. Because you are gaining insight by the slow, graceful movement. All right? Greater insight, greater clarity, greater expansion beyond your world, which is helping you to see clearly and beyond the thought patterns. And so you can easily cut the cords to those thought patterns and really create some new ones. You're being asked to be gentle with yourself during this time. And even here with the Strength card, which is the 8, and to me, it's like the Magician, and you have like that 8, the figure 8. It's like just, this is the time for you to flow and really choose your path, choosing the types of relationships that you want, choosing the types of experiences that you want. This is a choice point for you, pile 2. And you're being asked, here we got like another necklace here. It's like you're being asked to just follow your heart and trust your strength. Because you have the strength. You also have the wisdom and the clarity now to make different choices, pile 2. And so when it comes to relationships within the next 3 weeks, you're seeing clearly now. You're seeing clearly what is true to you and what's not, what is serving you and what is not. And you're creating the reality of your choice. This is really interesting. This is 2 readings in a row that have said similar things. Like this could be, if you're watching this when I filmed, this could be a choice point for the collective. But if you're not, that's okay. Just forget it. Forget I said that. But for you, this is a time of creation for you by just being open to the possibilities. The choice in your path, you know, the choices, because it feels like you've had a number of different choices and just different opportunities and different ways to do things. It's like it'll become clearer. Just allow it to unfold right now because it will become clearer. but you're letting go of old ways. I know I've said this like 5 times already. I'm sorry, but it's true. You're letting go of old ways, and I will stop there. Let's continue on with the animal oracles, animal spirit oracles. So for pile 2, please, Spirit, advice for the next 3 weeks. Advice for pile 2 for the next 3 weeks, please, Spirit. Time to let go. Groundhog Spirit. That's the card. And then again, we have the heart, right? Like, look how close that heart is. Like, look how close he's holding that heart, right? Compared to just letting it go. I feel like for you, pile 2, it's like time for you to expand and let that heart open up to the world around you. And you'll find that if you just like let go, that expansive softness, that clarity, that energy that's around you right now is just going to bring you so much joy and freedom. So much joy and freedom. All right, so pile 2, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Please do like this video if you liked the video, and subscribe if you haven't. All right, well, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye. Hi there, pile 3. If you picked the green calcite, this reading is for you. All right, so pile 3, what is going to happen within the next 3 weeks? So theme, oh, I love it. Great adventure, take a risk, venture forward. With your energy, I'm feeling like it's more practical. This is going to be a more practical reading, where the other 2 are a little bit more energy based. Yours, the energy that I'm feeling very earthy energy with you. And that could be because for you, it's really about physical action forward. I know this is a timeless reading. I do realize we are in Mercury retrograde, but we're all holding that Mercury energy differently. And for you, pile 3, it's time for movement forward. It's time to expand beyond where you've been into places where you have not been. And these 3 weeks for you, there's something that will be moving forward in your life. And that could be, I'm really feeling like work-related, creation, experience, like project, work, something like tangible. But let's continue. Next card, joy. I love that. As I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. Beautiful. And I'm really feeling the power of your will, the power of your confidence and your strength that's coming through. So it just, I can't lie here. Like, I'm drawn to the turbulence of the water here. And it might be a little bit of a bumpy road during these next 3 weeks. But what I'm really getting here too is that it's your strength, your confidence, your energetic state that's going to propel you forward. This watery, turbulence cannot touch you, because you hold the power and the strength, and that in itself trumps anything else in your reality. All right? So I'm getting here for you, pile 3. For these next 3 weeks, it is about movement forward and having the confidence to move forward. Some of you are going to be feeling that enhancement of the emotional state, so more joy, more peace, more passion, more vibrance to move forward. You know, last year was a bit rocky, same with the year before, obviously due to the pandemic and, you know, all the release stuff that's been happening as well. But I feel like for you, it's the sun is rising and you are moving towards that sun with I'm hearing glee. I don't know, I don't really use that word, but that's what came to mind. I'm also getting the 1, 6, and 7, so, you know, spiritual growth and so forth. And I feel like you have learned a lot through your journey, and you're now able to apply it in your physical reality. You know, I feel like you've understood a lot about your emotional realm, about what you need to fill you up and what is not filling you up. What sort of, I'm hearing social circle, what sort of reality works best for you. And it's though, with all that learning, you've done that release work. And with that release work, you're bright. You are lit up, my friend. And being lit up like that, it's just going to take you places, and it is taking you places. These 3 weeks is a time for you to just, number one, emotionally enjoy this position that you're in, that position of joy, all right? Because it feels like there has been turbulent times for you in the past. And so enjoy and savor these moments. Because as you do savor the feeling of joy, savoring the feeling of excitement, more like you radiate that light and more can come in. You know what I mean? It just kind of steps you up to the next level and steps you up to the next level, you know, so you can walk fully into things that are more in that emotionally or vibrational state. And so for you, you're walking into that new state. Yeah. So here we have dream and journey. So, okay, couple messages coming through here. For some of you, this sunshine, this clarity, this feeling, like I'd said about the emotions impacting us and the emotions creating that vibrational state, use it. So use that and dream about those things that bring you that emotional state. Daydream about those things, write it down and do some automatic writing and allow it to just kind of be expressed through you. I feel like for some of you that don't know like what direction they're going, you know, they've been lacking some clarity as to what steps they should take next. That's your key. For some of you, it's time for you to make your dreams a reality. It's time for you to really express that sunshine that you hold. It's time for you to shine, is what I'm getting. And it's always that when you start, it's always a little unnerving. And then as we continue going, it gets easier and easier. And then we realize, oh my God, wait a second. We had it all along. You know, we just got in our own way, or we just needed to practice a little bit, or whatever the case may be. But regardless, we had it all the whole time. And so for some of you, it's time to make those dreams a reality. For others, it is a time for a new journey. It's, well, regardless, it feels like that's the energy here. It's like it's time for movement forward. It's a light, gentle movement forward for you, Pal 3, but it's a bold movement forward. And you're going to start to feel that momentum rising during these 3 weeks. You're going to start to feel that the way that I'm feeling it, it's like this heart is just like kind of opened and shining, and you're just really bold. And another picture they gave me was Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman. So you know Wonder Woman, there was this, I was at like this Tony Robbins seminar like years ago, and he talked about physical state. And he put up like a slide of Wonder Woman. And he's like, look at Wonder Woman. And she was just like beautiful, standing up straight, had her arms on her hands on her hips. And, you know, there's something to be said when someone stands like that versus slouching over, you know, at a desk. There's a whole different emotional state between the two. And I can't remember why I said that to you. I think it was about this card. It's kind of like a fake it till you make it, but you realize later that as much as you were faking it, you had it all along. Okay, I'm totally complicating things. But what I'm trying to say is, you have the confidence within you. You have it. You have the whereabouts. You know how to do things. Keep going. Venture forward. You're going to feel that during this period. Now, let's go a little deeper for career, please, for pile 3 within the next 3 weeks, Spirit. Yeah. For the next 3 weeks, Spirit, for pile 3. Career, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're going to start with career. Yeah. Your mind may be getting in the way, pile 3. You may find like a lot of triggering in the mind. I think that's why this all came up. It's like to remind you that you got what it takes. So you may find a lot of mind natter during these 3 weeks, a lot of stress, fear coming up, even other people putting in their 2 cents regarding your reality, regarding your choices, regarding your direction. And it's as though we have here, sorry, I didn't even show you the cards, but I'm pretty sure you saw them. 7 of Swords. We have the 5 of Swords, a lot of mental energies. And then we have the Strength card. So, pile 3, you have the whereabouts, like you have the knowledge, you have everything that it takes. I've said this to you before, but it's as though, number 1, Spirit will be showing you where the doubt is, where the fear still resides within you. And that's a good thing, because when you know it, you can honor it and let it go. So that will be highlighted for you. And a key for you, pile 3, is your shadow. There's an aspect of your shadow that you will be asked to look at within the next weeks. And they're asking you, they're requesting that you be gentle with yourself as you go through this period. Because as you do, you'll be able to, oh, does that even make sense? Well, I'll just put it out there. Whatever it is what it is. As you are gentle with yourself, you'll be able to recognize the shadow aspect that is coming up to be healed, cleared, let go of. It's almost as though when we're gentler with ourselves, we're more in the present, the softness, we're not in the mind. And so we're more in the observer state and therefore able to see more clearly. And for you, as I said, there's something in the shadow that's coming up. And I'm talking about this in the career section because I feel like it will affect, or it is affecting your ability to move forward and possibly take a risk that your heart wants you to take. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit, going inwards, contemplation, and so forth. And for you, this time, there's some information that's going to be coming through that will help you to understand some ties that have been binding you with respects to career. Because pile 3, you're meant to succeed. You're meant to do some really great creative things and have fun doing it. but it's as though your mind gets in your way and it prevents you from really just relaxing and playing with it. But it's a matter of balancing the mind, the ego, the heart space, and your solar plexus, your confidence, your will. And so this time, and that is such a huge component for you in moving forward in your career. And I feel like that's going to be making itself known to you during these next 3 weeks, and it's good. It might really suck in the moment, pile 3, because it might be a little intense, but it kind of needs to be at certain points in order to just kind of, either for you to recognize it or for you to just kind of clear it. So just trust the journey, because your shadow has something to say. And I feel like it's been trying to tell you this for a while. But it's all good, pile 3. It's all good. It's going to help you to propel forward. It really is. So let's continue. Let's go into relationships. For pile 3, please, Spirit, within the next 3 weeks. We're not going to take that. They're all face down. For pile 3, please, Spirit. Okay, we are going to take it. For pile 3, please, Spirit, relationships. Oh, wow, okay. One more, please. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. Sorry, I'm quiet because I just feel like this is so important for you. So give me a second. 10 of Swords. Okay, this pulled up before and then it just flipped out now. So they really wanted you to see this. And then Temperance, card 14. Middle ground. And then we have Justice. All right. Pile 3, as far as relationships, first and the most important relationship that we have is with ourselves. And for you, you are letting go and moving on from the past. You're no longer holding those burdens. This time is so key for you, Pile 3, because you're letting go of the old crap that's been holding you back. Okay, it's time that you're letting go of those swords, those old ways of thinking, those, the natter that's going on in your head that's preventing you to move forward into the joy that you're really seeking, into the dreams that you're wanting to create for you. This time is for you to just let go of all of that and have more internal balance. Like, look at him with the Temperance card. You have the sun and the moon, the masculine and the feminine. And so it's just this balance that's happening within you. And then, like, again, we have like balance, the Justice card, this greater and deeper understanding of yourself and the balancing between the yin and the yang, the light, the shadow. It's pretty deep integration that's happening with you, and so important. Because that relationship is going to impact every single relationship that you have moving forward. And for you, that's what it's about. And for some of you, this is actually about moving on from the past and building more stronger relationships with the people in your life now. As well as for others, cutting certain people out that have no longer been serving you, that have not served you, but you've kept them around anyway. You're building the balance that works for you, that will give you a stronger foundation to really hold your light and in turn really hold that confidence so you can move forward. So key things to know for relationships, Pile 3, for within the next 3 weeks. I'm hearing a balancing act. A really balancing those things that you want and those things that you don't want. a balancing act of your divine masculine and divine feminine. The pieces of you that want to do, that the ego mind wants to do, but your heart says no. It's time to just be. So finding that right balance between the doing and the being that works for you, that brings in optimal joy for you. Finding the balance between what you need in the external world and the internal world, so you can really create the life that you want. You realize this whole process is a journey. And so I feel like this is an important part. Oh, okay. And this could be the adventure that you're going through in the next 3 weeks. Got it. Hence a bit of the turbulent times as you, which could be the matter in the mind affecting the emotions due to the shadow. So a couple things here going on with you, but it's really good stuff, Pile 3, because you're really integrating a stronger version of yourself and creating more joy in your life your way by knowing what serves you, knowing what doesn't, but most importantly, knowing you and where all the quote-unquote the good stuff, the light stuff is, the quote-unquote dark stuff is, and you know how to really just kind of accept yourself, balance the things that are within you, and really live and create intentionally the life that you want. All right, lastly, we will conclude with the Animal Oracle deck. Guidance for Pile 3, please, for the next 3 weeks. What do they need to know for Pile 3, please, Spirit? Next 3 weeks. Thank you. Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. Bottom of the deck. Horse Spirit. Freedom. Freedom is yours. Take that deep dive these next 3 weeks with Spirit, Pile 3, because you're creating, by doing this, you're creating the life that you want your way, what brings you joy. So enjoy this process, enjoy the next 3 weeks. Thank you for watching. And please do like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.